Hello Pisces, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your Fairy Oracle reading for June 2021 or thereabouts. It could well resonate a little bit beyond that according to what the messages are that come out. But I've pre-shuffled your cards, Pisces, to get your energy into the cards. And just to say, it's a general reading, so take what resonates and is meaningful for you, but if it isn't meaningful for you, then leave it behind because it'll be meant for somebody else. Alright, so I'll just do a final shuffle of the Animal Spirit Oracle cards just to get your reading started. So we have Spider Spirit here, and this is saying make your dreams real. So whatever it is you're dreaming of, this is time to make them real, Pisces. So let's see. And then we have Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. So get rid of the clutter. Now, whatever that's to do with, and I'm hoping we're going to find out within your reading. Sometimes that's about just having a general declutter within the home, isn't it? Sometimes it's more emotional or mental clutter that's cluttering our life up. So let's see. Just a final shuffle of the Fairy Oracle cards by Brian Froud. So we have the heart of your reading, Pisces, what the challenges are, what's in your power ×2, possible outcome, and something else that your guides would like to say to you. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Spirit Dancer. The Spirit Dancer, this is very much about you dancing your dance and being your authentic self. Not how others want to see you, not how others want you to be. Perhaps, you know, dropping the layers of conformity that we all develop over time, don't we? Growing up. But this is saying, you know, get rid of the shackles now and dance your dance. Alright? Be yourself. So let's see. I'll just do another shuffle now. Could we have a clarification card for the cards on the table, please? Because we've already had Spider Spirit, haven't we, which is about making your dreams real, and also clear out the clutter, get rid. So let's see, I'll just put these cards on top, these messages on top, to give a bit of depth and clarity. And we've got Oval Parrot. And this is about communication, something about passing on communication, listening carefully. You see his antennae are lit up here, so this is about receiving information, so listening carefully, but also then about speaking your truth. I feel, you see, the throat chakra is lit up, so this is about communication but speaking your truth. I feel, saying what you think, saying how you feel. And that's a lovely energy to have alongside of the Spirit Dancer for you. So a really lovely start to your reading. So what's at the heart of your reading? Well, we have the undressing of a salad and Epona's wild daughter. So the undressing of a salad, this is about keeping lots of balls up in the air at the same time. Balancing, it's a bit of a balancing trick. But being very focused on meeting the needs of others, looking after everybody, making sure that you don't drop any of these energies that you're balancing here. All right, so putting others before yourself in many ways, working hard, being very focused on doing that. Epona's wild daughter, this is when there's a blockage from the past. So something happened in the past at some point that has still not been dealt with. and it could be creating an emotional and a psychological block for you to be able to go forward. So it's about releasing that block. And I think that's perhaps what Frog Spirit is saying, to clear out the clutter, clear out the emotional and psychological clutter that may be holding you back. And that may explain why you feel you've got to be looking after everybody else all of the time, putting everybody before yourself. And I know, it's a good thing to do that, but not all the time. Sometimes we need to look after ourselves and do what we want to do and be ourselves and dance our dance. So I think that's what this is saying here. All right, there's something that happened, or perhaps our life evolved for you, Pisces, for some of you, that meant, do you feel undeserving perhaps, and that's why you are always having to put others before yourself and look after everybody else to make sure their needs are met. And as I say, there isn't anything wrong with that, but if that energy is too consuming for you, if that is too big a part of you, then you'll be sacrificing too much of yourself. And the universal energies and the earth energies don't want you to do that. They don't want you to sacrifice too much of yourself here. So it's about looking at that and why you feel there's a need to do that. All right, it's just time to take a step back now and have a look at that. It's to a greater or lesser degree. It doesn't have to be anything big or serious. It can be just something little, but that can stop us, can't it, from being able to expand and go forward in the way that the energies want you to. Right, so let's see. What are the challenges for you then going forward? Well, we've got fairies of the future and we've got luminous loom. So fairies, this is about planning for the future, planning for going forward. Moving on from the past, and I feel that's what this is saying. This is why it's difficult for you to put the past behind you and just focus on where you're going. But that's difficult. That's the challenge for you at this time. Leaving the past behind, moving on. And the clarifier is luminous loom, because luminous loom, his glass is half empty all the time. So he thinks negatively, he's in very negative energy. So if something happens, he expects the worst, basically. So it's always going to be negative. It's always going to be the worst it possibly can be for luminous loom. And you see the fairies of the future, they're sort of looking at him. So the challenge is moving on from this luminous loom energy, lifting your energy so your glass is half full as you plan for going forward in the future. It's moving on from this negative energy, expecting the worst. So these are the challenges. These are challenges for you at this time, Pisces, for some of you. Okay. Now, what's in your power? Well, what's in your power? What's the power at your elbow, Pisces? We've got the Master Maker, Anastasis. So the Master Maker, this is when we feel we're the best that we possibly can be in a certain area. But the Master Maker says, no, you can get even better. So you can grow more into a bigger skin, if you like. You haven't finished yet. You're not at the top of your game. Even though you may feel you are, that you can't get any better at something, the Master Maker says you can. You can excel even more. You can be even better. There is a little way to go yet. You can expand. You can be better. And ecstasis, ecstasis is about real ecstasy, pure ecstasy, because as you expand and grow more into your skin, into who you are meant to be, then you're going to have sparks of pure ecstasy. It's going to be such joy to you. So don't limit yourself, Pisces. Don't limit yourself. Don't hold yourself back. You've got more to offer. You've got more to go. A little way more to go. You can excel more at a certain something that you feel you've come to the pinnacle of. You haven't. There is still more of a way to go on this journey. And it's going to bring in such joy for you, sparks of enthusiasm and energy. This ecstasis, this could be sparks of inspiration, you know. It's going to take you upward even further. Beautiful, beautiful energies. So there's something about frog spirit, so I need to clear out the clutter. Clear out that clutter, get rid of gloominess loom. Alright, you don't have to put everybody before yourself all of the time to feel worthy, perhaps. And that's something from the past, isn't it? Something that, it may have been just the process of growing up that needs just facing and moving on from now, for some of you. Because remember, it's certainly a time to dance your dance. So what else is in your power? Well, we have the Bright Mother and we have the Feline. Now, the Bright Mother is very much the mothering energy. It's a feminine principle. Again, it's making sure others' needs are met. So putting others before yourself. As a parent, as a mother, that's what you do, isn't it? You make sure the children are well fed, make sure the children are clothed, and have all their needs met before thinking about yourself. Alright, so we've got another energy. I mean, the Bright Mother is a very fertile, creative energy also. Very abundant energy, expansive energy. But I just feel, because of the other cards that have already come out, particularly in the challenge area with the fairies of the future and Gloominous Loom, then I just feel that this is saying, you know, again, about your nurturing. You're a very nurturing sign, a very caring sign, Pisces. And there is, when you, and I've got a lot of empathy and compassion, but that can then take over, and it's difficult then to step back from that when we have the opportunity to do so, and think about our own needs and what we want and where we're going. Because the feline is saying there's some loose ends that need tying up, something needs completing, something needs finishing now. You can see how he's looking very accusatory, is that a word? Looking at you, and he's telling you off a little bit, Pisces, and he's saying something needs to be concluded now, something needs finishing. And I feel it's something to do with always putting others before yourself, always. And he's saying that needs to come to an end now. Enough's enough, you've done enough. Alright, and it's now time for you. It's now time to think about yourself. So a possible outcome here, we have Nereus the Alchemist and the Singer of Transfiguration. So Nereus the Alchemist, this is about change, alchemy. Inner change. There's things are changing within you, because we've also got the Singer of Transfiguration. This is the phoenix that rises up from the ashes. So enormous change happening within you, Pisces. Nereus the Alchemist has turned her back completely on the past now, and she's very focused on where she's going. She's had great change within her. She's shining her light here, and she's very focused. She knows where she's going. So this is a significant energy. a significant energy, because the clarifier is the singer of transfiguration, and so there it is. Great change. And I feel, you know, you're not going to recognise yourself, Pisces. Things are going to be looking and feeling very different as these changes come in. So it's time to clear out the clutter. Make your dreams real. What is it you're dreaming of? What is it you are aspiring to do? Where is it you're growing? You've time to grow even more in a certain area, and going to bring great joy. Great joy. So I feel there's some quite clear messages coming through for you, Pisces, here. Yes, here we go. So this is what your guides want to say to you now. We've got the Dark Lady and we've got the Guardian of the Gate. And the Dark Lady, this is about tapping into the deep recesses of yourself. Go deep within. What is it you need to find out about yourself? You know, what is it that needs to change? And it's tapping into the shadow side of yourself, all right? You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. We've all got the light and dark sides of us within us. And, you know, we can't appreciate day without the night, can we? So we can't appreciate bright colours without the darker colours alongside of the shade and contrast. So this is, you know, we can't be in the light all of the time. That's not real, that's not life. Sometimes we have to step away from that and step into the shadow side of us, perhaps, to see what is it that makes us tick. You know, where is the contrast? Where is the contrast from the bright mother, who's always looking to put others before herself? You know, where is the contrast? And that's what the feline is asking you to consider and look at now. That something needs to change, right? In here, you know, looking to the past, looking deep within. You know, why is it that we have to be in the undressing of the salad mode all of the time? So this is about deep meditation, going deep within to get the answers to all of these questions. Because the clarifier is the guardian of the gate. Now this is because something is building up. This is the great change happening, because you're going through gate now, and it's going to be all very different. Things are changing for the better. But you don't want to take any energies that are not serving you, any psychological way of thinking or being that has perhaps served you in the past, Pisces, but has had its day now. You're time to move on. So it's just going into the Dark Lady now and finding out what is it you need to leave behind. Where is it you need to declutter? Go deep within to find that information. Meditate if you use your crystals. We're walking in nature, perhaps, barefoot if it's safe to do so. But just tap into those shadow energies. Just tap into them for a while to get some answers for yourself. We can't be standing in the light all of the time. It's not real. It's not a real way of being. Because things are building up now, things are changing, and you're getting ready to shoot through the gate. So, you know, deal with what needs to be dealt with. Leave behind what is no longer necessary for you to take forward now. So a time of great change. You know, we've got 5 planets that are retrograde, although Mercury is coming to the tail end of it, of its retrograde motion. But there are still 4 other planets. You know, we've had eclipse season. We're in the full moon energy now. So there's lots of major energies happening universally. that are affecting us all in one way or another, but certainly bringing things to a head. You know, things are bubbling up to the surface now that we've got to look at and we've got to face. And I think for yourself, Pisces, this is what it's saying. This is something about a part of your nature that has been dominant, that perhaps has been out of balance, and it's about bringing a little bit more of shadow side, thinking a little bit more perhaps of yourself now going forward, dancing your dance. You know, there's nothing wrong in thinking about yourself a little bit more now going forward. You know, you'll always be empathetic, you'll always be compassionate, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with looking after others and putting people first up to a point. But it's when that energy dominates all of the time, then it's not serving us, and it's, you know, it's not a good way for going forward. So it's perhaps served you well in the past, but it's now time to relook at, reconfigure, because remember, going forward, the outcome is transfiguration, rising up again. But it's going forward with a new way of being within you. It is a chemical change that's happening in a most wonderful way, a very positive, wonderful way. So quite powerful energies coming through for you, Pisces, whoever this is for. So let's get 2 final messages for Pisces, please. 2 final messages for Pisces, please, to conclude this reading. 2 final messages for Pisces. So begin now. Take your first step. So take your first step on your journey, on your new journey. For some of you, it may be a parting of the ways. It may be wishing somebody well on their journey. Or it may be metaphorically speaking. Take your first step into, you know, the Neris the alchemist energy. Look how determined she is and how clear she is with the way she's going now. So begin now, take your first step. And grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So this is about appreciation. Appreciation of little things, the little things in life that are around us, the magic in life. I feel it's also the universe saying how much they appreciate you, Pisces, and what you're able to bring to the table and what you've always offered. But through gratitude, joy expands. So gratitude, you know, being grateful for what we have in life, even the little things, like a bit of blossom falling into your hand, you know, just appreciating everything that's on offer. So through gratitude, joy expands. But begin now, take your first step on this new journey. I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. All the readings coming through at the moment are quite powerful. There's a great change, and that's showing itself in all of the readings at this time. But it doesn't surprise me because of what's happening in the universal energies. But good luck going forward, Pisces, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.